Have you ever wondered how we define intelligence? Is it about academic prowess or perhaps something more? Intelligence, a term so frequently used yet so complex to define. It's like trying to grasp water. It slips through our fingers the moment we think we've understood it. In essence, intelligence is the capacity to learn, reason, and problem solve. It's the ability to comprehend complex ideas, adapt to new situations, and engage with abstract thought. But it's not just about IQ scores or academic achievements. It's about the capacity to navigate the world around us, to understand ourselves and others, and to make decisions that shape our lives. Looking back to the earliest philosophical theories of intelligence, we find ourselves in ancient Greece. Here, intelligence was seen as a virtue intertwined with wisdom and good judgment. The Greek philosopher Socrates, for instance, believed that intelligence was a moral quality linked to the capacity to discern what is truly valuable in life. For Plato, intelligence was the ability to grasp the eternal and unchangeable truths that lie beyond the world of appearances. But intelligence is not a static concept. It is fluid, changing with time and culture. In some societies, intelligence might be about survival skills, while in others, it could be about artistic creativity or social acumen. It's not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's multifaceted, complex, and deeply ingrained in our human nature. So when we speak about intelligence, we're not just talking about a single attribute or a fixed trait. We're talking about a constellation of abilities and skills, a dynamic interplay of cognitive processes that enable us to interact with the world in meaningful ways. From problem solving to creativity, from emotional intelligence to social understanding, the concept of intelligence encompasses a myriad of aspects that define who we are as individuals. As we voyage through time, you'll see that our understanding of intelligence has been shaped by various theories. So, buckle up and join us on this fascinating journey through the realm of the mind, as we delve into the intricate world of intelligence. In the late 19th century, a new wave of thinking emerged, setting the course for our modern understanding of intelligence. This period marked the birth of psychometrics, a branch of psychology dedicated to the measurement of human mental capacities. One of the pioneers of this field was Francis Galton, a British polymath. Galton was fascinated by the concept of heredity and its potential influence on intelligence. He postulated that intelligence was a hereditary trait, passed down through generations, much like physical traits. This led him to develop the first scientific tools to measure intelligence, laying the groundwork for what would later become modern psychometrics. Galton's work was not without controversy. His theories ignited the eugenics movement, a misguided and harmful belief that sought to improve human genetic traits through selective reproduction. This movement had a profound impact on the study of intelligence, with some using it to justify discrimination and inequality. Despite his controversial theories, Galton's contributions to psychometrics cannot be overlooked. His pioneering work on intelligence testing paved the way for the development of standardized tests, such as the IQ test, which are still used today. His belief in the quantifiable nature of intelligence challenged conventional wisdom and sparked a revolution in psychological research. However, it's worth noting that our understanding of intelligence has evolved significantly since Galton's time. Today we recognize that intelligence is far more complex than Galton initially proposed. It's not just about heredity or one's ability to perform well on a test. It encompasses a wide range of cognitive abilities, from problem solving and critical thinking to creativity and emotional intelligence. The dawn of psychometrics was indeed a pivotal moment in the history of intelligence study. It marked the transition from a purely philosophical debate to a more empirical and scientific approach. This era, steeped in controversy and marked by profound discoveries, set the stage for our ongoing quest to understand the complexities of the human mind. Though controversial, this period in history marked a key turning point in the study of intelligence. The 20th century brought us a new measure of intelligence, the Intelligence Quotient, or IQ. In the early days of the 20th century, a French psychologist named Alfred Binet, along with his colleague Théodore Simon, were tasked with a significant challenge. The French education system needed a method to identify students who required additional educational assistance. To fulfill this need, Binet and Simon developed a series of tests to measure a child's mental age. This was the birth of the IQ test. The original IQ test, or Binet-Simon test, was not designed to quantify intelligence as a single, unchanging value. Instead, it aimed to provide a snapshot of a child's mental development at a given moment in time compared to their peers. It was a tool for educators to help them better address the unique needs of each student. However, the IQ test quickly gained popularity beyond its original scope. It became a widespread tool used in various contexts and countries. But as the usage of IQ tests expanded, so did the misunderstandings and misuse. The test was often used to label individuals and set expectations on their abilities, which was far from Binet's original intent. The misuse of IQ tests led to numerous controversies. Critics argued that the tests were biased towards certain cultural and social groups, and that they failed to capture the complexity of human intelligence. They pointed out that intelligence is not a single, static trait, but a dynamic, multifaceted capacity that can be developed and nurtured in various ways. Despite these controversies, IQ tests remain in use today across many fields, from education to employment. They have evolved over time, with adjustments made to address some of the criticisms. Yet it's important to remember that an IQ score is just one measure among many, and not the definitive marker of a person's intellectual capacity. Though IQ tests remain in use today, they are not the sole measure of a person's intelligence. In the late 20th century, a new theory emerged, challenging our traditional understanding of intelligence. This provocative theory was proposed by the renowned psychologist Howard Gardner. His theory of multiple intelligences turned the conventional notion of a single intelligence measured by IQ on its head. Gardner proposed that human beings have not one, but 8 different types of intelligence, each type unique, each type valuable. Let's delve into these a bit, shall we? Firstly, there's linguistic intelligence. This is the ability to use words effectively, whether verbally or in writing. Think about the poets, journalists, or that friend who always knows just what to say. Next is logical mathematical intelligence. This is the capacity for deductive reasoning and problem solving. Think of mathematicians, scientists, and detectives. Then we have spatial intelligence. This is the ability to visualize with the mind's eye. It's the intelligence that architects, artists, and sailors utilize. Bodily kinesthetic intelligence is the capacity to use one's whole body or parts of the body to solve problems or create products. Dancers, athletes, and surgeons exemplify this intelligence. Musical intelligence, as the name suggests, is the capacity to appreciate and produce rhythm, pitch, and timbre. Musicians, composers, and music critics are high in this intelligence. Interpersonal intelligence is the ability to understand and interact effectively with others. Think teachers, therapists, and salespeople. Intrapersonal intelligence, on the other hand, is the ability to understand oneself, one's thoughts, feelings, and motivations. Philosophers, psychologists, and religious leaders often exhibit this intelligence. And finally, naturalistic intelligence. This is the ability to recognize, categorize, and draw upon certain features of the environment. It's an intelligence that guides botanists, chefs, and environmentalists. This theory has profound implications for education. It suggests that our classrooms should be places where multiple intelligences are recognized, valued, and fostered. A place where a student's strength in one type of intelligence is not overshadowed by a weakness in another. Gardner's theory expanded our understanding of intelligence, showing us that it is much more than a single, measurable trait. It's a broad spectrum of capabilities, a kaleidoscope of potentials. Intelligence, it turns out, is as diverse as we are. So, what does all this mean for our understanding of intelligence today? Well, let's take a step back and consider the journey we've been on. From the early days of psychometrics, where intelligence was seen as a single measurable trait, we've moved towards a more nuanced understanding. This shift was spearheaded by the introduction of the Intelligence Quotient, or IQ, a concept that transformed our understanding of cognitive abilities. However, the notion of intelligence as a single measurable trait has been challenged and expanded upon. The theory of multiple intelligences, for instance, proposes that intelligence is not a single entity, but a constellation of different abilities. This theory, among others, has helped us recognize that intelligence is a multifaceted construct, encompassing a wide range of cognitive, emotional, and social abilities. But where does that leave us today? Well, the field of intelligence research is brimming with debates and new discoveries. One of the most contested areas is the role of genetics and environment in shaping intelligence. Some argue that our intelligence is largely determined by our genes, while others contend that our environment plays a crucial role. The truth, as with many things in science, likely lies somewhere in the middle. Current research also explores the impact of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt, on intelligence. This suggests that intelligence may not be as fixed as we once thought, opening up exciting possibilities for cognitive enhancement and learning. As we continue to delve into the enigma of intelligence, one thing remains clear. Intelligence is complex, multifaceted, and still largely a mystery, but that's the beauty of it. As we unravel this mystery, we not only deepen our understanding of the human mind, but we also gain insights that can help us foster intellectual growth and potential in ourselves and others. So let's keep asking questions, let's keep exploring, because after all, isn't that what intelligence is all about?